Thank you very much, everyone who came today. Literally every person who RSVP'd is here, which is a really encouraging thing to see. Larry West from Senator Blake's office, Jerry Efault, Commissioner O'Brien, Commissioner Washoe. Okay, terrific. We have President Beam from Keystone College. We have people from the Small Business Development Center. We have people from the city. We have people from the newspapers. We have people from the Times. We have people from Senator Casey's office. Terrifically pleased with the turnout today, and I appreciate you being here. Nearbid.com is effectively why we're here today. And I'll talk to you about it for a few minutes and then turn it over actually to Chris Harron, who was a significant inspiration for us in even getting started in business. Probably 8 or 9 years ago, there was something called the business plan competition started by the Great Valley Technology Alliance. And that was an inspiration for us, I think an inspiration for the area. Welcome, Senator Blake. Effectively, that competition started us thinking down the lines of business. Started us thinking, how do we help Lackawanna County? And our support's been significant up to this point in time. Basically, before I tell you a little bit about Nearbid, I just wanted to bring Chris Harron up here. He started the Great Valley Technology Alliance. He did help with a lot of the, a lot of our inspiration, and I want to bring him up here to speak for about a minute.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is my first public appearance not as the executive director or the president of the Northeastern Pennsylvania Technology Institute. Most of you know I'm now next door as the chief information officer for TMG Health. But this is certainly a circle of life story that I just love to tell about Alex and Ted Brunelle. My first dealings with them was at an event we had in 2003 called the Entrepreneurship Institute. And it was actually the first major program that came out of the Great Valley Technology Alliance and the Northeastern Pennsylvania Technology Institute, where they had a chance over the course of, I think it was a week or 2 weeks, to put together a business plan. Well, their first business plan, I believe, was around pet babysitting. Does that sound familiar, Alex? Alex was a senior, I believe, at Keystone College, and he won that contest with his idea, but decided to do something different for the first annual business plan competition. And when Don Webster and Yaku Smith started that business plan competition, their biggest concern was whether we would have 2 contestants, because then we'd have a competition. Their fear was that we'd only have 1. Well, we had something like 33 contestants that first year. And Alex and Ted put together their plan for the ultimate oxymoron called The Perfect Lawyer. And The Perfect Lawyer went on to be a very successful company and led to several other successful companies that Alex and Ted have put together. The latest one, the latest incarnation, is Nearbid.com. And in the true circle of life, they are located here in the Scranton Enterprise Center, which was established exactly for those type of companies. Folks with new ideas, new initiatives, new ways of thinking, and seeking intellectual capital. They've been housed here for about 6 months, I would say, although you don't see them here too often. You mostly see their programmers here writing the code that goes behind the Nearbid.com application. They are also one of the very successful, or will be one of the successful, Keystone Innovation Zone companies. And I know the program hopefully will perpetuate under Governor Corbett and the new administration. But there are several other companies, some of whom are in the room here today, and others who've benefited from the program. So they are the latest incarnation of the KIZ program. I bring up the circle of life because today is not only Cinco de Mayo, but it's also the 9th annual business plan competition event, and it's happening this afternoon. I'll put in a little plug, Ken, if you don't mind, at Mohegan Sun. If you haven't got your tickets already, please be there. We try to invite back past winners. With, again, Alex and Ted were the very first winners. We've had several successful companies that have evolved out of the first 8 years of the competition. This year was a very competitive environment as well, and this year, I'm going to use the word they, will be awarding first place and for both the open category and the collegiate category. So I just want to offer my personal congratulations to Alex and Ted. I no longer can serve as their official mentor because I've moved to the other side of the building in a different capacity, but I hope to be able to continue to serve as their friend and their unofficial mentor for as long as they will allow me to do so. So I wanted to offer my congratulations, and wish them all the best of luck.
We're going to bring up Commissioner O'Brien just to say a few words.
You know, we've been talking for 4 years now about innovation starts here in Lackawanna County. Nearbid.com starts here in Lackawanna County, and it's people like Alex and Ted who create jobs and who help build our economy. And it's their innovation, it's their ideas, it's from the business plan competition that they first participated in. That's what we need in Lackawanna County. We need more innovation. We need more jobs in this sector. And Nearbid's a great example of the direction that we all want to go in. I'm sure we're going to hear from Senator Blake in a second, who's been instrumental for many years in economic development, not only in his current position, but for the 30 years in public service prior to this in helping create jobs. He's called Mike and I, before he took this spot, and helped, hey, can we do this, can we do that to create jobs? So I'm sure we're going to hear from him. And Commissioner Washoe, we're going to hear from too. And he'll tell you the story as well as to what we've been trying to encourage. And it's encourage companies like this, like Nearbid.com, who's here, and what we want to do is we want to foster. We can't create the jobs in this county, but we can create the environment to help companies grow and be successful. And we want to do everything we can in partnering with Nearbid.com to make sure that they have all the tools, all the economic development tools in their toolbox to be a successful company and to create jobs right here in Lackawanna County. So Alex and Ted, great job. We're behind you, and anything we can do, we're going to do. Thanks.
And Commissioner Washoe, if you'd like to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. As I was sitting there looking at these young men, I said to myself, when I was young, I loved to be around people who were older than I am, and I seemed to learn so much. Now I'm old, and I like being around young people because I learn from young people. And there's a lot to be said about that, isn't there? The wisdom of the young people in America is what's going to, the wisdom, the innovation, the creativity, the knowledge is what's going to take us to the next step. It's what we're really counting on. And as we sit here in this building, some of us can't help but reminisce about the fact that there were a whole bunch of false starts with innovation centers, enterprise centers that we had. They were in different buildings in different sectors of the city. But there were always people who believed that at some point in time, the right chemistry would be present, the right people would be present. Jerry knows this better than I because he's been around it ever so long. The right forces would come together in order for us to create the kinds of opportunity in this community that we deserve. Almost everyone that likes to live in a healthy place likes this area, but their reservations are, especially young people, about the opportunities for them and the opportunities in a technical environment. They regret the fact that they don't see those opportunities, but more and more we are seeing those opportunities, and thanks to you guys we're going to see more. And I'm here today to thank you for what you're about, and to wish you all the success, and to know that in my 1,150 days and 14 hours as county commissioner, I'll be there for
you. Before we introduce the system, and also before I bring up Senator Blake to say a few words, Austin Burke called me on the phone. He apologized he couldn't be here today. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to Austin Burke. He sent Christine Augustine on behalf of the Chamber, so we do have people here from the Chamber. Senator Blake, if you'd come up, say a few words for us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm honored for the opportunity to be here, and I also want to thank my colleague, and my colleagues, I should say, Commissioner O'Brien for his kind words, and for Mike and Corey for their leadership over the past 4 years. You know, there's an old saying that government doesn't create jobs, business does, you know, and I love this right here. You see this? Create local jobs. Entrepreneurship has been the key to our success as a state, and we have been, fortunately, in a position to meet private incentive where we can. And I think this story, as Corey mentioned, is a little bit about that. The building that we're in, this Enterprise Center, is a model I think, for the state and perhaps beyond, about how we could create an opportunity for entrepreneurship and to create an environment where we could share and create some efficiency in shared local costs. You get prime anchors, if you will, to support the capital of the building itself, but then what happens inside it is the opportunity for small businesses who are struggling. Remember, startup businesses, it's hard. It's hard to get your foot under you, even if you have the best idea in the world, and as I'm sure Alex and Ted would attest. But we actually in the state had an opportunity to incent this model, to provide some subsidy to make it possible for this facility to be here. Chris mentioned earlier the Great Valley Technology Alliance, and I want to congratulate Chris on his newest professional opportunity, and also thank him for his years of service, creating essentially the platform, if you will, for the state to meet early stage investment and entrepreneurship and the business plan competition and the Ben Franklin Technology Alliance. Jerry's represented here. These partners have been partners with the state to make possible the growth of small business and to cultivate the entrepreneurship that we celebrate today. So the state can meet private incentive and private investment if it's smart. And we've done that over the past couple of years. I'm glad to have been part of it in my prior service as an economic development professional, as Corey mentioned, but certainly now. You know, we as a state, we're at one point third in venture capital. We were third in venture capital behind only Washington and Massachusetts. Washington is where Microsoft is, in case anybody is wondering, Washington State. Massachusetts, of course, right next door to MIT. The reason I say this is we've now lost ground. We're more like seventh in the nation in venture capital investment. Jerry Efall can attest to the fact that the Ben Franklin Technology Alliance, which is the Ben Franklin Technology partners across the state that have been the platform for early stage investment, have lost a little ground as a result of the recession. But now we're coming back out. We're coming back out, and the entrepreneurship that these gentlemen represent creates the opportunity for future growth that we should be playing a role in. So I'm here to congratulate Nearbid.com. I'm here to congratulate them for taking advantage of whatever resources that this community could bring to bear to make them call Scranton home, and to make them take their plan and to lay its roots down here in order to create a great opportunity. Last thing I want to point out is this. The jobs that we had going into the recession will not be there for our people. It was so transformational that the jobs coming out of this recession will be different. And I think these, as Commissioner Washoe mentioned, how much we learned from the next generation, these gentlemen are creating the opportunity for job growth across the forward horizon based upon the 21st century model. And I'm delighted that they're here in Scranton. I'm delighted for their commitment to this region, and I'm looking forward to continue to be their partner at the state level as long as I'm in my office in the Senate. So thank you very much, and congratulations to Alex and Ted.
Without further ado, a lot of you may actually be wondering what the heck is Nearbid.com, in which case I'm going to bring Ted up just for about 20-30 seconds just to say what it is, and then after that we're going to bring the programmers up who have been absolutely instrumental to this project. The time that I've spent calling you, the time that I've spent doing these things, they have been working literally day and night. They went home last night 3:30 in the morning. They left this building and they were back here at 7 or 8 this morning. Neil Opit, Craig Simcoe, Aman Chopra, those are our three primary programmers. They've put in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into the system, probably thousands of hours, to make the system possible, and I owe all the credit of the functionality of the system now. Don't blame them if there are any bugs, but I owe the credit of the functionality of the system to them, and I'm going to bring Ted up to tell you exactly what it is in a soundbite or two, and then bring them up here, show you the system.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming again. Nearbid.com is basically an auction marketplace. We're facilitating the ability to create jobs in the local area. We're to the services marketplace the same thing that eBay is to the products marketplace. Basically what we're doing is if somebody needs a job done, whether it's getting a music lesson, getting video and photography work done, whether it's having your house painted, your rotors on your car changed, you can go online to Nearbid.com and you can post, I need this job done, and I live in this area. People will then in the marketplace bid on your job. Everybody from the small next door mom and pop shop up to the major chains in the United States will bid against each other competitively to give you the best price and the best quality. You can then go online and review their ratings, same as on eBay, to see what their other previous customers have thought of their work. And you can award the service to the best price. On the other side of this is creating jobs. And our goal, as it says on the front, is to create 1 million jobs by December 31st, 2012, and we stand by that. What we'd like to do is let anybody out in the marketplace bid on any job out there. So basically, your employers are now becoming your customers. So you can go online and you can say, I want to cut the guy's next door's lawn. Even though I run a professional cleaning service, I can go out there and I can put a job at X price, and people can say I either will take that based on his reputation and afford him the higher price, or I'm going to go for the better price with the lower number of reviews. We think it's going to be very successful. It's going to be a paradigm shift in the marketplace of creating jobs, starting in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Lackawanna County and Pennsylvania, and then going out to the tri-state area. This is actually going to allow people to compete in this global marketplace with the ever-changing shifts and the number of unemployment and the turmoil that we've recently seen. I think this is going to give this area and the United States as a whole a competitive advantage. And we're very pleased to be starting in the Scranton area. We call this place our home. We have a lot of great supporters in this area, and it's been absolutely instrumental to our success in getting this project off the ground.
President Beam?
I was just going to jump in on Jerry's comment as President Keystone College.
You want to come up for a second, President Beam? Or do you want to, I know it's hard to do.
Maybe, well, maybe over here, go by the senator carefully. I guess sitting back there was a lot of pride when Alex, you all answered the cry and to say the excitement of this, but if you would see, Alex and Ted are such a good team. We're proud of both of them at Keystone College. When Alex arrived, he could not drive himself. He was too young, and many times Ted was one that would drive him. So by age 19, he graduated with a baccalaureate degree in business from Keystone College. But he and Ted, I think you could just see natural partners and brothers that had to spend so much time and action together. Just you could see the brain power working all the time. There's like live energy. And to sit here and listen to all those who have made a difference in their life and those at Keystone, we're really proud of both of you. And Alex, I want to give back. He never had a parking ticket, see, because he couldn't drive. But anyway, thank you.
That's basically it. Neil, you didn't get a chance to come up. You should at least be up here for a second. Just
Take a bow, right?
But otherwise, that's really...
Help yourself to pen.
Neil, if you want to... Neil, I'll let you say a few closing words if you want, but that's really the conference. Once Neil's done, then if you have any other questions or you want to stick around.
We do have an ice cream cake.
We have an ice cream cake for no
Zero birthday for Nearbid.com for the official.
Nearbid is a service auction platform, which effectively means that it's a system you can use to find work if you need work and you're out of a job, or it's a system that you can use to post a job if you need to have something done.
You can actually go online and create on your page a fixed price service, which is one click away. You give a description of what the service is. So I shampoo the carpets in the house up to 2,000 square feet or 4 rooms. And you can say you offer it for a price of $60. And anybody looking to have their carpet shampooed can actually go online and purchase this service for $60.
Nearbid is effectively the merger of e-commerce and social networking. It's a social commerce platform that allows any person to find a job, post a service, find a service, or find someone to do work.
The way the system works to ensure that you're not getting scammed on a job is you'd have to check the user's ratings, make sure that they're a legit user, look at their history, use your head, it's common sense. Look at their ratings. You probably want to stick to someone who probably has a good track record with the website. That'll prevent you from getting scammed potentially.
So say you're looking at a job or a service and you have a question about what else they're expecting from it. We have a built-in system on Nearbid where you can post a message to that user. That user then gets that message and you can reply to it, and you can talk back and forth in that way. In addition, you could add a description to whatever bid you're submitting, and you can ask for additional information.
The user can then go and award the work to somebody with the lowest price, but say doesn't have too many ratings, or perhaps somebody with a much higher price but has phenomenal ratings and excessive reliability. The reality is most likely it would be somewhere in the middle of between very good reviews and good price.
We're really excited to have Nearbid in Lackawanna County. We have received tremendous support from commissioners. We've received support from Senator Blake's office. We've received support from the Chambers of Commerce and from a number of other people. I really believe that Nearbid is something that can create local jobs. I believe it's something that can create jobs in Lackawanna County. I believe it's something that can create jobs in Pennsylvania, and I believe it's something that eventually, if we're successful in launching it in subsequent areas, I believe it's something that can create jobs nationwide.